Hi and good evening, guys. I'm just setting up, so give me one moment and we should be fine. All right, so it's all set. Let me just set up the chat. Come on, open up. Hi, Dakach. Hi, Amit. Hi, Vasudha. Hi, Lee. Hi, Sindhu. Hi, Chun. Good evening, all of you. So, we have seen what Fed did. And if I go back to my sheet, we are right here on this area. The row 1 was confirmed by the Fed, that 75 basis point for November. 50 basis point market is pricing in, but that will be confirmed with the CPI numbers, which are going to come in the next week of November. If they are there, we might see some move on the higher side. But if the CPI comes out to be higher than expected, then we are going to make all like 52 weeks low. We're going to go below 3,500 this time. Currently, we are at 37.35 in the range 37.20, 37.35. That's where I thought we could find the support at this moment. And if you heard about Fed and if you listen to what Fed was saying in that meeting, they were saying economy is very strong, robust job market, inflation is not peaked, and they are not pivoting until March 23, and they expected to reach 5%. And these were the exact 4 or 5 items which they listed in their press conference from J Powell. And exactly the same thing happened. And as I said last time, we are in a range between 38.20 to 39.15. The moment we broke 38.20, we hit 37.35 in straight line. There was no stopping. So now what can be done from here? And today I was like very busy in my work, so I couldn't do much. But tomorrow we have, sorry, so tomorrow we have one more number which is coming, which is, let's see, tools economic calendar for tomorrow. We have jobless claims. If the number of jobless claims increase, no, this one, known farm payrolls, the forecast is very low, 200,000. Now, if job numbers are still high, that gives a leverage to Fed to carry on what they are doing. As of now, White House is pushing Fed, do whatever you want. Economy is strong, and they keep on repeating the same thing, that yes, there is no recession. And the intent is that with no recession thing, saying economy is strong, jobs are building, it means Fed, you do whatever you want. we will not intervene. And by now, you all must have realized that there's no midterm thing which is happening. People were saying, oh, midterm elections are coming, market will go up, Fed will do this and that. That's not there. Fed will do whatever it wants. Fed will do what direction it has received from the government. Now, coming back to the payroll numbers, look at this screen. This is the lowest forecast in last how many months? Let me just open that. Almost 1 year. Lowest, there's only one which happened in February. Otherwise, it's the lowest forecast of the payrolls, new payrolls. I think we're going to beat it. And if we're going to beat this, that means that yes, market is super strong and market needs more interest rate hikes from the Fed. So tomorrow will be a good make or break from 37.20, 37.35 area. And we'll talk about that in when we will be evaluating ES. But if you now go back in December when we were doing these live sessions, just compare that since Fed had stopped and now ECB is also increasing and stopping these free monies. Just see from where all the way 4,800 to now we are 3,700. The stocks have lost so much, but look at the Dow stocks. All the tech stocks have lost almost 80, 90%. On the contrary, look at the Dow stocks, which I'm always like focusing on, especially Boeing and Caterpillar. These are two of my favorite stocks. Anybody who knows and has done trading with me, he knows that yes, I love Boeing and Caterpillar. They will be the next big thing for the next 1 year. Till the moment interest rates are higher, till the moment tech is getting beaten, these stocks will manage the index. They will not let Dow go down no matter what. Okay, so if you get an opportunity, buy these stocks on dip. John Deere, LMT, maybe Walmart, Boeing, Caterpillar. If you find a dip on them, like if market drops, these will go down, but not substantially. But if market has to go up, these stocks will go higher. And now I want to show you one more thing before I jump into my work for tonight is Finviz heat map for the year. Like I was wrong on the Apple outcome, but eventually it is right back to where it should. It just went parabolic on that day and I had no clues whatsoever, but it's backed. So right now you will see few things here. Microsoft is 36% down. Adobe is 50% down. NVIDIA 50, AVGO 33. Look at the least tech stocks which are down. Apple, 21%. Now you need to consider this. Apple is still the highest market capital company in the entire world. Maybe Saudi Aramco has bypassed it, but right now Apple is still. So if money has to come out, money has come out from Microsoft, Google, Amazon. Tesla again has a lot of money to be withdrawn. So we can see more pain in Tesla. We can more pain in Apple. We can see more pain in pharmaceuticals are fine. Banks, maybe banks like Goldman Sachs. We can see some pain in the banks because now, if you remember, we talked about that. Yes, market is going to feel the crunch of the Fed money, and people at that time were laughing. They were thinking, "Oh, there is no Fed. It's always buy the dip." Now, people who bought the dip now they understand there's no dip. It's a deep hole. So if you have learned something from this, utilize that and make sure Next time when you're making a decision for investment, you understand what you are doing. Before making an investment, don't go by the fact that your friend has bought something, or you watch something on the news, or you had a dream that yes, this stock gonna go up. Don't go by your feeling. Look at the facts which are in front of you. All right. Now, the other important aspect of this is that market right now, ES is substantially stronger because ES has other stocks as compared to Nasdaq. Nasdaq is super negative at this time. The high of Nasdaq futures were about 16,700, and right now it's trading at 10,008 or 900. So in between 7, 8, 900. So about 40 to 50% loss on Nasdaq, and that can extend. Be mindful that these companies went up parabolic without any proper business model, without any backing, and people are still over the Twitter saying these companies' valuations are cheap. No, they are not cheap. They are not cheap. The economic conditions is going to be really, really bad in the next 1 to 2 years. So we need to be very careful when we are talking about investment in these companies. Better to invest in the index, I always say. So be ready to invest in the index as compared to the individual stocks. All right. So just be mindful. You make too much effort to make money. Don't lose it so easily. If you don't want to trade, do not trade. But do not push yourself that, yes, I really want to do a trade and I want to jump on anything. Thank you, Paresh. I do see Hang Seng is about 4%. Hang Seng futures is about 6%, but Hang Seng is about 4%. So China is already like at 2005 levels. The only market globally, which is Indian stock market Nifty, is strong. And I have no clues why it is so strong. But anyways, that's a different discussion altogether. So just go into this fin map and try to check over a period of 1 year or a period of 6 months, which stocks have not given up. In the tech side, that is the stocks which will give up this time. Apple, uh, as I discussed last time. So again, gold is something which I'm inclined to buy. I just added gold futures a few minutes back at 1636. They are at 1638. And I expect gold, because now US dollars is going to get in this range 112, 114. I need to see where it's going to break out or break down. But gold has to take a lead. Gold will come as a savior in this market crash. Okay. And remember, White House is still saying we are not in recession. So once we are in recession, imagine these tech stocks, where they will go. We still have opportunity of more deep down, but we'll take day by day approach, see those levels, price in or price out, and then take an appropriate decision. All right, guys. So let me just start my analysis. So I'm going to start with my scan inside day. So there's nothing on the inside day, only ES on the weekly calendar. Let me scan. So weekly we have Visa, Roadblocks, Marvel, MUJD, INDC. Like these stocks, like all the Chinese stocks will automatically open up higher because the Chinese market is high at this time. So there's no point entering into them right now. All right, so there's nothing here. So let me go back to my list and start. Just have a look at this list and let me know which stocks you want, because I'm going to remove a couple of them and I'm going to cut down this list to about 15. So just let me know whichever you want me to cover, I will cover that. Have a look at this sheet and put that thoughts or suggestions in your chat, and then I'll take it from there. So ES, let's start with ES. Yep, I know Chinese market is green. I'm like, if you go back to my sheet, I had Baba and I'm positive on Baba. For the last 2-3 days, uh, I really went in Baba. But today I don't have any position because I was so busy in work. But people who have positions in Baba, you should be good. You should be opening a really good tomorrow if this sustains. Yep. Again, because you need to understand that there's still some time left in the close of Hong Kong market. And it usually opens like this. But if it ends the same thing, that will be really good. So tomorrow, if we have to buy something, we could actually jump onto Baba, Baidu, rather than Neo, Baba, Baidu. All right, so ES. So ES, this was inverted head and shoulder pattern, which we were talking last time. We came here, we broke out, we came back to the neckline, and today we broke it. And right now we are well below this line. Let me just increase the fonts, the candle size. This is much better. Again, this was the neckline for inverted head and shoulders. This was shoulder first, went to the neckline, came back to the shoulder, went up, no, went up. Let me start. This went up right here, came down, went up, tested the neckline, broke out right there, faced 39.15, got rejected, came back to the neckline, and now below this area. So it is a failure. This is a failed breakout of inverted head and shoulders. So inverted head and shoulders failed here. Now it can only be positive if we come above 3802. But right now this is a failed inverted head and shoulders because it tried to move up but couldn't hold 2% move and then just retraced back. So not positive for the market. Second thing, the 12 EMA was crossing over to the 34 EMA. Now it has again did a divergence. 34 EMA is at higher and 12 EMA is at lower end. Now, if we look in the Heikin-Nishi trend, we can see that the pressure is higher on the ES. We are just trading in this box area, which was a good accumulation zone last time before we moved higher, because that's a portion where we had the setup for head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulders. Now, if we break this area, if we break, that is 38,730, 3735 area, which I mentioned, we closed around that area. But if we break this area, we're gonna absorb all this and we're gonna make low. And you can also use one study here, which is called volume profile. And I'm gonna add that volume profile here. Right. So you see, in this volume profile, we had a good accumulation in this zone. Let me use this thing. We had good accumulation in this zone before we moved up, but we found resistance right here where we had the biggest shelf, 39.10. This was the shelf where we found the resistance. We returned from there. Now, if we lose this area, we can simply come back and go well below 3,500, because now this trend line has shifted more down. It is inclined down. So I will not find the support right here. All right. So be careful on tomorrow's number. Now, if tomorrow's number come out to be stronger, then it's thumbs up for the Fed to increase more rates. We may not expect 50 basis points in December. We may go higher than that. And as a result, market may go down more and substantially more. All right. So your make or break point is this area 37.35. So I'm going to be very straightforward here. Market sentiment is super negative, so neutral. But again, we should always consider both sides of the index. If it can go above this level or below this level. Buy above 37.35. Stop loss is 37.20. Target areas will be 12 EMA, 37.80, and backtest of this neckline, which was 3800, 37.80 and 3800. I do not expect higher than this. Failed inverted head and shoulders. Possible back test of neckline. And possibility is 40% because tomorrow's expectations of job numbers is really, really low. If expectation is low, it's easier to beat. If we beat handsomely, market will not like it. On the short side, 37.20 been providing some support in the morning. 37.35 is the resistance. The moment, come on, the moment we lose this 37.20 area right here, we are yeah, in this area, 37.20 area. Sorry, 37.20 area. We can break down all the way to 36.60 and then 36.35. And this could happen even tomorrow. I will not be surprised. So I'm 60-40% bias on yes NQ. And like if we lose 36.60, I have to start making new levels. Now 11,000 was an important area, similar to 3,800 for yes. 11,000 has been broken, and now we are well below this long-term trend line. Now, if I go on a weekly candle and for 3 years, you see here we went parabolic high up. There was some consolidation here in this zone. Let me just remove this trend. So there was some consolidation in this zone, like 1 time, 2 time, and 3 time it came here. So this area has been back tested really well. If we lose, that's 10,500, 10,600. If we lose this area one more time, again, let me highlight this area. You see right here, we broke out from this zone, came back to test once, came back to test twice, came back to test third time. If we lose this area one more time, we have no support. We will come down and hit this area, which will be around 10,000 flat. So we need to be very careful here. We went parabolic up. We can come down parabolic down as well. And market is making up that inverted, not inverted, actually head and shoulders on the weekly pattern. Not an appropriate one, but it's something like this. Or I can see a Elliott wave. If I start from here, 1. So this is 0, 1, 2, went 3, came down 4, and then this started a 5th. There were 2 more waves, 5, went down A, B, C. So it has completed a complete Elliott wave, and now it's starting one more wave down. So possibly here to 10,000 is high probability on NQ as well. So coming back to the levels. Now this area has been tested once, twice, thrice, and 4th time. If we break 10,700, we should hit 10,500 and test the previous low, and then 10,000 straight. So tech is really, really weak. Nasdaq is short. Sell below 10,700. Target is 10,485, which is previous one, and 10,000. Probability is 6, I will say 70% of hitting this number. Buy above, if I can go above this line, which is 10,800. Stop loss 10,700. Target will be 10,940, 10,940, and 11,068. 30% fail. So these two levels, 3720, 3735, 10,700, 10,800. These are make or break levels for the market. Be mindful when you're trading. Take a note in front of you. Look at these numbers before you make a position. Do not go without thinking. Now, triple Q. Triple Q, as soon as it lost 274 yesterday, we are bang down. There's a gap down, which is there. And now it has also failed that neckline of 266. It might hit 254, or if I extend this line, we are, 1 second. We are at an important juncture right here, 260. And you can note here, we got the support here. We got the support here. We broke intra down, but end of the day, we went up. So good support in this zone. We closed on this zone, 260. So if we lose this, we have right area of 254 and then 250. There is no support in between. And now I may have to draw some new levels for, because it's going down and down and down. So I need to figure out some new levels for NQ. Or let me just do that. Let me just cancel the extensions. So I'm expecting a retracement. So I'll go here. Because right now I'm not expecting an extension. I'm expecting a retracement or of this move. So I can start from here to here and come back here, or at least one was right here. So I'll go with extension, but this time I'm doing an extension in the opposite direction. So this is, and guys, if you do not understand, let me know. This is the regression channel, and this is an important area of resistance. So we went here, came to this point, went back, and made a high here. So I'm going to just tweak in, and again, this is a reversal of how I put for the longs. This is for the shorts. So the high is 293.94, 293.95, low is 254.26. And last one is 284.6. Downside fib. So you can clearly see 260 is an important area, and this is a 61.8 Fibonacci. Like when we go up, we break 61.8 Fibonacci, we go higher. The moment we will lose 61.8 Fibonacci here, we will go down, and we can reach 253, 254, and then 245, which actually meets this blue line as well as this dark line. So very clear, 260 is make or break on in triple Q. I'm spending much more time here because these are really important. Stocks we can still manage. Sindhu, I just showed you one thing, that when we are using the regression channel, I do not want to go to the latest. I want to see in my regression channel where the latest I had a resistance. This is the latest where I had the resistance. I didn't want to go because this resistance broken. This was the latest resistance. And whether I'm right or wrong, let's check that. So it was taking support of 275. So it came in this region 275 once, twice, took. The moment it lost 23.6, it went to 38, almost 50. So this was true. And then it closed right at 61. So it is right. That's why a combination of regression channel with Fibonacci is the best. Nothing can beat it. So use that. 260 is an area. Sell below 260. Stop loss is 265, or I would say 264.50. Big stop loss. But there is a gap. Target is 253.4, 244.91. 60% chance. And if I have to buy, I will buy with 260 support. So 260 will be my stop loss. I want to buy only about 264.5 or 264.75. If I do that, 269 and 272. 269.44, 272.272. So this is shit. I've done wrong. To 60 to 69.45 to 72. 30% and 70% short. So this is all the three indexes. All right. Now let's go to Apple. Now, Apple finally did head and shoulders. It did not did that on the ER. It almost came back to 137, but could not. So now we need to see where it can go lower. So I'm gonna Same thing, I'm going to cut down into this extensions because it's in this range. So let me draw the regression channel right here in 5 years. So 182 to this point. I'm just canceling the extensions. Again, I'm not removing anything. I'm just canceling the extensions. The same logic now. We found the resistance right here near the red line. We came back, tested this area, and we bounced right here. So let's draw a Fibonacci retracement extension from here all the way here, come back to this line. Now let me just fix these numbers. Middle one is middle low is 134.37. 134.37. Close one was 157.50. Okay. So these are the levels 140, 150. And we closed below that. That's 38.2 Fibonacci. And you know that below 38.2 Fibonacci or on the higher side, we go and test 61. So 136 is a confirmation for shorting on Apple. And we had Apple short positions in the last 2 days. So sell below 137, 36, 75. Stop loss 138. Target is 131.75. And then 137, 129. The low here is 129. Yes, 129. Head and shoulder is back. Apple is the stock which is going to be weak and very difficult to trade. I'm going to get rid of AMAT because we already have AMD. So again, I want to focus on few things. That's why I'm cutting down on stocks. AMD, I'm still, I'll say positive on AMD because AMD is holding that move. It was in this channel. Today tried to break above 60.8, similar to what we had on the day of earnings, where it went and tested right this trend line, which was 64. And again, these lines are not just now. These lines are there for some time. So we should see the power in these trend lines. And they test it and they get validated. So once you draw them properly, they're going to really, really help you. So this one is AMD. It's holding above the 12 EMA. So it is an important area, 59.50. So I have to go long on AMD. 59.50 is my stop loss. Robbie, I can answer that once I'm done with my analysis. Target area is this line, 63, and then 64.35. Again, sell below 59.50. BA, I've been like very vocal about BA in last few days. If you remember, I've been saying it's consolidating around 143 area. In back-to-back 2 days, it has bounced and it is now in an open era. we should look out for this gap to be filled right here in, come on, there is gap right here. Oh, this was filled. This gap is also filled. Okay, so there's no gap here, but right here, 176 to 177, there's gap. So BA is something which I would love to add. Any dip on BA, I will accumulate that. Now 151 is an extremely important support. Now I want to buy BA on a dip. I don't want to rush it. Buy the dip 154, 155. Stop loss 155.75. 150.41. Target is 161.86. 162 roughly. And then 170. And it broke out from that inside candle. So breakout continues. And I'm going to give it 70%. Baba, I think it's still in that zone. Baba 64, 65. Like tomorrow, if it crosses 67 or 69, we can really go higher. Again, I'm assuming that in the morning, Baba will do much higher. Let me just check Baba's price in the Hong Kong market. Give me one moment. In between, gold has moved up $4 from 36 to 39.70. So if anybody is trading gold, keep an eye on gold. It will be really positive. So Baba is 0.9988, 68.50, about 9% up Baba. So I'm gonna take 69 into consideration. That yes, if Baba comes, 69 will be my first target. 74, which is a 34 EMA, is my second target. Hong Kong HKG is 6% up. Stop loss here is 67.25. Buy at open. There's no price for this. Wide open. Caterpillar, I thought Caterpillar will take some cooling off, but it did not. It went into its zone, and today it has a massive bullish engulfing. But what it does it allowed 12 EMA to come back and try to fill a gap between the candle and the EMA. Robbie, I will answer. You need to wait till the end. So 215 and above is positive. It's a 23.6 Fibonacci. So I'm going to add now 215 as my stop loss. I'm going to make it positive. Baba should be positive. At buy above or buy near 217, 219. Target is 225 and 233. Sell it below 215 for 25. I'm gonna get rid of CRM for now. It's like it's back in the zone, 148, 149. It has lost that momentum, and the EMAs have converged. So it's a sell. Again, it's a sell right in this zone. Last time 144, 145 provide good support, but this time I don't think so. It's doing any justice to it. So maybe this time it can go down heavily. Let me just cut down to this extensions, draw more. This was the last high. It came close, test, went up. So it closed right at 146.70. Sell to 142. Stop loss is 148.50. CRM is short. Sell below 146, 148, 142. 135.60. So last time we sell that, we should sell it from 163 in 2 days, from 163 to almost 145, which is a handsome move if somebody did that. Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is breaking out and finding resistance around 350. If I have to take a trade and if it wants to cool off, I want to buy any dip on this 337. Again, like this can really change. I'm going to keep it neutral. This can really change after the numbers which are coming. So numbers are really, really important for tomorrow. So if it comes to 337, that's my stop loss. If it comes to 340.42, I will be a buyer on the dip. Buy in 340.43 range. Target is 350. Again, if it crosses 350, we have 356 as our target. Pull off is done. And sell below 337. Microsoft is actually getting soft. Again, the same thing is happening here. It is losing the momentum. So I'm going to draw some more levels to it. So same thing from here all the way here, goes up here, and trend line everything's 221, which is very far. So now I really want to go below 213, 212.80. Microsoft is short, sell below 212.80. Stop loss is pretty high, 218. Doesn't make sense. Target is 202. So you can sell on rise. I would say sell on rise 214 to 217. 212.80 and 202. Buy above 221 only. Netflix never was able to cross 302, and it could not cross 302, failed this one, making a hammer, going into the gap. So possibly it's going to test 258 and then 249. So Netflix short, going to fill the gap, going for the gap fill. So here I want to short, it's a hammer as well. hammer into the gap. So this is going to be really, really important. 266.65. Sell below 266.65. Stop loss will be today's close 269. Target is 258.50. And Netflix has potential to move very big on Fridays. So if you want to opt for cheap options, look out for Netflix. Nvidia is like struggling in this range, 134, 135. So if something has to go strong, I would keep Nvidia. So my stop loss is 130 in case of Nvidia, 130.75, and I want to buy above 133, 133.34. Target is 141 for now. These are the targets. So nothing changed for Nvidia. Nvidia, AMD are strong relatively, so I'm going to keep that. Sell below 130 now. 75. Roblox trying his best to hold it, but slowly and steadily is losing that momentum. So if 43.35 remains a barrier, it can go down. So 43.45 is tough. You can go up above 44. Target is there. Sell below 43.45. And there's no inside. Shopify is one of the tickers which I recommended to my group this morning. It rallied. It's struggling at 36 zone multiple times, but I think it has a very big potential for inverted head and shoulders. Very massive potential. I just wanted to test this 32 area and then bounce. I'm very optimistic on Shopify. So stop loss is 32 now. Stop loss is 32. Buy in the range of 33, 33.50. Target is this one. Square has and Teams both have done their ERs, so I don't want to include them. And Tesla is stuck in a very let me draw some levels for Tesla as well. So this is the latest one. So I'm going to repeat the same thing here. Start here, come down here. So 213 is a really, really good support and 219 is an extremely good resistance. So Tesla is neutral. I'm going to add both sides for Tesla. One is neutral, buy above 219 for 222. And 226. Stop loss will be 215. Sell below 213.5. 215, 208 and 200. 208, 200, 60 and 40%. So guys, that's about it. So let me read your comments. If any one of you have any questions, do let me know and I'll try to answer. And I'm sharing the Zoom link if anybody wants to join in, have any questions. It's almost an hour. So let's be mindful of time as well. Come on. So Mr. Robbie Edna, making millions out of trading is difficult, but not impossible. It requires a lot of time investment and focus, but it is not easy. Like if 1 million people start trading, only one or maybe two will be making a million out of trading. If that gives you an answer, you should be doing trading only if you want to become a full-time trader. Thanks, Paresh. Paresh, this is the only time I get from my daily routine. My kids sleep and I have this time where I can talk to you all. Again, I've shared the Zoom link. If anybody has any questions, do let me know. I'll try to answer to best of my knowledge. And if you like my content, please like and share this so that more and more people can use it. It will not take anything from you, just liking and subscribing to my channel and sharing this. So anybody who wants to join in, please let me know. I'm waiting on Zoom. I've shared the Zoom link. Thanks, Faisal. Amazon is not worthy. It definitely has potential to go down. Amazon is right here. Amazon has actually broken down really badly. Faisal, that's something you have to talk to a CPA. I cannot explain that on the call. Sorry about that. Again, I'm not a financial analyst. I cannot give you any advice or anything about options. You need to speak to somebody who is a professional for that. Thank you, Ganesh, Prakash, and thanks, Paresh. All right, if nobody is joining in, then all right. Good night, guys. Thank you very much.